We're sniffing up a new tree on this week's episode of the Animal Rescuers.
The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet. There is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
And please tell everybody what SNIFF is and how it got started.
I would love to. SNIFF AZ was founded in 2011 after a gap was identified in the animal welfare community for the need for funding for spay and neuter. So SNIFF actually stands for Spay Neuter Initiative Funded by Fashionistas, and that need also encompasses funds, awareness, and education. So right now, what we're doing is directing all of our funds to the Maricopa County Animal Care and Control Spay Neuter program. They have a voucher program with a network of over 70 vets in Maricopa County.
Wow.
So once you apply for the voucher and you receive the voucher, you don't necessarily have to come back to this clinic. If there's a vet closer to you, you can get your dog or cat spayed or neutered there.
Oh, great. And so how did this all start for you? I love to ask people that, because did you just find yourself here, or was this a need that you saw and wanted to do something about it?
Absolutely. Adoptions are wonderful. If you're considering adopting a dog or cat, please go to a shelter. But the intake is so much in Maricopa County that we wanted to head the problem where it starts, and that's spay neuter. So we're trying to help fund Maricopa County's voucher program, because they have capacity to do up to 20,000 surgeries a year.
Wow.
And just need some funds to help with that.
Right, and in today's economy, I mean, that is, if we can get the spay and neuter problem fixed, then we can prevent a lot of the homelessness of these dogs running around unwanted and unneeded. So I love the power of one good deed. Talk about that, please.
Power of One Good Deed, or POGD for short, as we like to say, is actually our business name. We thought, if you can only donate $1, if you can only donate 1 hour of your time, that one good deed will add up to many good things. So we look for volunteers, almost any kind of donation. It will help the SNIFF AZ program fund the vouchers at Maricopa County.
So this is the only place that the spay and neuters happen, or do you have a mobile facility that goes into other areas? Please let me know where I can take my pet to spay and neuter.
Absolutely. Maricopa County does have a mobile van, and you can go to their website to find out where it's going to be, in addition to where the vouchers are taken in by the veterinary. So there's plenty of places and plenty of opportunities for a free or low-cost spay neuter.
You have a mission and a vision for SNIFF. Please talk about that.
We do. At SNIFF, Spay Neuter Initiative Funded by Fashionistas, since we're talking about spay and neuter funding, it's kind of the less fuzzy, cute side of animal welfare. So we wanted to form an organization that was fun and gave back to our members and our committee supporters. So when we get together, we encourage women, it's mainly women, but gentlemen are welcome, to bring their business cards and network. So we try to give back to the people that support us, that are supporting the animal welfare. And we're all bonded by the same thing. We all love animals and want to help.
So these are people that are fairly well-to-do, am I correct?
Not really. They're from all walks of life, and...
No, but I meant the people in your organization, the women, because I thought it's business women, a group of them getting together, and or men with the same common goal. But in addition to that, we can also, outside of that, donate the dollar that you're talking about, or the time, etc., to help SNIFF become successful?
You're absolutely correct. At sniffaz.org, there is a place to donate that dollar or donate your hour of time. We're welcoming volunteers all throughout the year, not just for our events. So that has all the information, and it's not only business women and men, but we have stay-at-home moms. It's just that common bond of helping the animals.
And speaking of an event, you have one coming up that I'd love to hear about. I think it's in November.
It sure is. It's Thursday, November 14th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. SNIFF AZ will be held at the Gainey Ranch Golf Club. And this year it's going to be fantastic. Not that it wasn't last year, but we're always getting bigger and better. We'll have a wonderful silent auction of designer handbags, golf outings, men's items, restaurant experiences, hotel stays, and much, much more. We have a wall of wine raffle, which should be very interesting. And it's just going to be a night of socializing, networking, all for a great cause.
And also, if you're looking for a dog or a cat, this facility here at the Maricopa place, they also are affiliated with Halo, which is right inside here. There's some wonderful, wonderful dogs for adoption. I saw 3 I wanted, but I already have 6, so I can't do that.
Your house is full.
Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
You can be a part of the animal rescuers also, making a difference for the animals and bringing your business to center stage. Become a sponsor for the show. Ad rates are very low for the summer, so now is the time to jump on board. And you can be an animal rescuer too. Make the call.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Here we are again at Harmony Heart Ranch.
Yes.
And I love the name of it because that resonated so much with me, and I can see why they call it that because it's so peaceful here. But tell me what brought you here?
For the past 15 years, I've been working in various ways with horses and kids to make the world a better place, mostly with at-risk youth, meaning the children haven't done anything wrong, their parents have. Through my association.
Profound statement, by the way.
Well, indeed, many people think of juvenile delinquents, but it's not that at all. So the difficulty that you find with an at-risk youth is how can they trust an adult, say a counselor at school, if you can't trust your own parents to love you and treat you right? And that's when, I have goosebumps,
yes.
That's when the horses enter. The thing about a horse, you'll see them everywhere on television advertising, even when they have absolutely nothing to do with what they're advertising. Wells Fargo, of course, horses pull their wagon. Budweiser, they are the original Teamsters. I probably shouldn't have used
No, that's okay. You're just giving your opinion of examples.
Right, but then many other places use horses because they evoke emotion.
Okay, because I was just going to ask you why would they do that?
Exactly. And so people come out, and if they can't trust an adult, they can open up to a horse. Horses are like a magnifying glass. Scientific studies have shown that 1 hour with a counselor in an office, 1 hour with a horse equals about 7 hours with a counselor. So you're just using traditional counseling methods, but you have a horse in the arena, you have a counselor, a patient, and then a horse handler, and that's where I come in.
Oh, does this require training? Are you a licensed therapist?
Definitely requires training. I am not a therapist, but I partner with licensed therapists. I handle the horse end of the aspect. People say that I'm there to ensure that the horse doesn't hurt anyone. My feeling is I'm there to support the horse and the work that he's doing in helping people get over problems and release negative energy.
And it's not just children that you're working with either, because obviously if you work with the children, You work with the animals, somebody's got to work with the parents or the adults. So
Indeed.
You do that also?
We do. Most of the work that we do with adults comes from sending out flyers within our own network or within the counseling network to ask counselors who may feel that one of their clients may benefit from being around horses. Not to replace their therapy, but to augment it.
Show me a typical example of what would happen if a youth was brought here with their family to you, or a juvenile. Just give me a scenario.
Well, one of the things that we like to do is we take a halter, which is what you put around the horse's head like a dog collar, and we teach the child how to put the halter on. And then we step back and observe as we encourage the child to teach the parent. And you learn everything about the family dynamics, whether or not they're being encouraging and loving, or whether they're perhaps name calling or just very unhappy.
Because this sounds like you're telling me it's about trust. You're building trust in the juvenile.
I believe.
Am I on the right path?
I believe that you are, absolutely.
Yeah, because
trust and confidence. Trust, yes.
Yeah, because if the animal can't judge, the animal is not going to criticize. So that by having the animal there, the child trusts that he's going to be okay because they know on that same level, that intuitive level.
That's a very good point. One example I can give you, we're getting ready to start a reading program here. Again, scientists have studied children reading to dogs is the #1 increaser of reading skills over anything else. Wow. Because of what you just said. The animal doesn't judge. They're so delighted to have the attention and someone talking to them. It doesn't matter if you...
Now I have goosebumps.
And it's 115 here on the patio.
I know, right?
But it is about gaining trust and building self-confidence. There's so many tools, so many different exercises that we use, from if you have a bully and you bring him into the arena and there stands a 1,400-pound horse, while our horses are completely gentle and loving and kind, they're not going to take being bullied. And one example I want to give you is a young man, both of his parents, he lost both of his parents. I don't know how, I don't want to know how. And he couldn't stop moving, ever. He couldn't stop moving, just ever. They brought him to the horses, they gave him a bucket and a brush and put him out in the pasture. And he was so nervous, and he was, well, down here brushing that horse. And the horse picked up on his nerves, because that's what they do. So the horse started pacing. And within about, I'm going to say 13 minutes, the boy calmed down, the horse calmed down, and for that moment, this little child who knows what he's seen and suffered through had peace.
So the horse is acting as a mirror to the child. Or, I mean, animals mirror our...
Absolutely.
Our levels of stress, our levels of love. They just show us. That's the beauty, I think, of them on a spiritual level, is that they're there to show us ourselves and to save us from ourselves.
I absolutely agree with that. And horses saved my life. I decided in May to give up my dream of doing a horse business. And I told God, okay, I'm done. Thank you. What do you want me to do? And the next morning, my phone rang at 8 a.m. And the lady who lives here and the lady who started the program said, we need to make Harmony Heart happen. You are the program director. Go do it. So throughout the summer, we've done water play dates with children, where basically I introduce kids and horses, kids as young as 4. I think the highest I went was 12. And we play in Arizona, and I make it rain, and people say, it's cold here. And now the summer's over, and it's time to launch all of our programs, and here we are. So I need a website. I haven't done any of those
that's
things.
The way right now, because this is your opportunity. You need a website. What else do you need?
We need feed for the horses.
Okay.
We need a horseshoer to come out. We don't put shoes on our horses. They're all barefoot, walking around kind of like in their slippers. We need a farrier to come out who would be willing to donate his services to Harmony Heart, or the money that it would take to pay for that. $1,000 a month would cover the expenses of equine insurance. Is very expensive. Even though we have tame horses, we've got to pay the same rates as those who have very exciting horses.
I'm praying, and I know that you'll get what you need.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing us to be here today. And I'm probably going to go home and cry, but I know.
Cry, that's great.
I know that I am not done with you for some reason. I know that in my heart.
Something about the eyes.
May I have a hug?
Yes, you may.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
You can be a part of the animal rescuers also, making a difference for the animals and bringing your business to center stage. Become a sponsor for the show. Ad rates are very low for the summer, so now is the time to jump on board. And you can be an animal rescuer too. Make the call.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet. This is Fernie. He's about 1.5 years old. He's loyal to a fault and eager to please. Crate and house trained, but will need proper introduction to dogs in the house. He would prefer to be the only dog, but with proper training would socialize well. Fernie is happy-go-lucky, playful, loves the water, hikes, and playing catch. A great dog for a great family.
Hey everyone, I'm Yoni with Balancing Paws, and this is this week's training tip. We're going to be talking about the importance of the state of mind when dealing with behavior issues or just basic obedience commands. So here we are in a room full of pit bulls, 2 of them that are in training, one just for being a puppy, the other for her previous aggression issues towards dogs and sometimes humans, biting at fingers and clothes and stuff like that, and then one very balanced and well-behaved dog who's here for our peer pressure to kind of get them into the right state of mind. So when dealing with them, it's really important that no matter how much fooling around, as you can see, she's starting to bite on the bed and bite on her leash, I just want to go over there with a very relaxed demeanor and just kind of let her know what she's doing is something I don't want her to be doing. And as she gets riled up, if I continue to get riled up or frustrated or nervous about it or anything like that, she's not going to want to listen. But if I go in with a more dominant and confident approach, not necessarily physically dominant, but more mentally dominant, they start to realize, okay, what this guy wants from me is just to relax and stay in this state of mind as opposed to what I was a second ago. So the importance of working with them in a nice and calm, relaxed state of mind is because these dogs are getting everything that they do from their owners or from the human that's dealing with them. So as you can see, we got dogs starting to get a little riled up. They're feeding off not only each other, but us. So if I start to get riled up with them, it would be impossible for me to control. But if I stay nice and relaxed and nice and confident, as many times as it takes, eventually she's going to stop biting this leash. So we're going to just stand here for a second until she stops doing that. And also the importance of physical exercise too, which she went on a walk this morning, but obviously might not have been enough. So we can start working on other things like treadmills and being in So Hot in Arizona. I'm Yoni with Balancing Paws, and we'll see you next time with another training tip. And now, the Animal Rescuers.
Welcome back. I'm Dr. Krista Gibson from Animal Medical Services, and this is At the Vet. Today we're going to talk a little bit about allergies in our dogs and cats. And people frequently ask me when I tell them that their dog is allergic, they're like, what? How can my dog be allergic? What's he allergic to? Well, the truth is they can be allergic to pretty much anything we can be allergic to. That includes pollen, mold spores, dust mites, cats, grass, trees, food, you name it. If we can have allergies to it, dogs can have allergies to it. But their allergies look a little bit different. Our allergy cells live up in our sinuses. So when we have allergies, we get hay fever, sniffling, sneezing, snorking, all that kind of stuff. Dog allergy cells live in their skin. So when a dog has allergic reactions, they get itchy. And they tend to be itchy mostly in their armpits, around their groin, the bottom of their feet, and their muzzle. How do you know if your dog has allergies? Well, if your dog is itchy and uncomfortable, you should probably take it to the vet. It might be simple allergic skin disease, or it could have a chronic skin infection that we call pyoderma. Those need to be treated with antibiotics, as well as the underlying allergic skin disease needs to be treated with anti-inflammatories or even potentially immunosuppressive drugs to control the allergic reaction. You can do skin testing, you can do blood testing, or you can treat with just medication, depending on what your veterinarian determines to be the best course of action on how to manage your dog's allergies. One of the things that I'm asked frequently when I talk to people about their dog's allergic skin disease is, will a grain-free or a gluten-free diet help? And the definitive answer is maybe. It's a very popular trend right now in human diet to eat grain-free or gluten-free, and digestive problems are very commonly associated with gluten in humans. However, dogs don't seem to have that kind of problem metabolizing carbohydrates. They do have food allergies, and they can have allergic reactions to grain. However, they can also be allergic to dairy, beef, and chicken, and corn and wheat are actually number 8 on the allergen list. So is a grain-free or gluten-free diet proper for your dog? It could be. Ask your veterinarian. They can help you choose the right diet and the right treatment for your dog's allergic skin disease. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. Krista Gibson from Animal Medical Services. We'll see you next time at the vet. Do you trust the food you feed? At Pet Planet, our commitment is to helping our customers navigate through the confusing world of pet food, reading ingredient panels, asking critical questions about manufacturing and ingredient quality. Our pets rely on us to make the very best decisions we can for their health, happiness, and longevity. Pet Planet is here as your partner in pet health because there's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
You can be a part of the animal rescuers also, making a difference for the animals and bringing your business to center stage. Become a sponsor for the show. Ad rates are very low for the summer, so now is the time to jump on board. And you can be an animal rescuer too. Make the call.
I'm Jen, and this is Pet Planet's Pet Tip of the Week. As loving cat guardians, there's one very important topic to understand, as it can have a really serious effect on the health of your feline friend. By nature, cats do not drink enough water in their diet, which results in serious urinary tract issues. The urine in the bladder can become very concentrated with minerals, and as a result, these minerals can clump together and form urinary crystals. These crystals then pose the risk of blocking the urethra, which creates a very painful situation for your cat as they strain to urinate but are unable to do so. As pet guardians, there is a way that we can help prevent this from happening, and that is by ensuring that you feed your cat a canned cat food, in addition to the dry kibble you may be feeding now. Good quality canned cat food contains about 75% moisture, so when your cat eats it, they're actually taking in valuable water content. Pet Planet encourages cat guardians to feed at least 3 tablespoons of canned food each and every day. This can be given on top of your cat's dry kibble or separately as a treat. Cats absolutely love the taste of canned food and will look forward to eating this each and every day. When you shop for a canned cat food brand, make sure you look for one with high quality ingredients that are highly digestible. On the ingredient panel, the first few ingredients should always be derived from an animal protein source. Cats are true carnivores. They need real meat in their diet. Looking for a grain-free option is an excellent solution. Looking at the ingredients and actually making sure that you find a food that contains high quality animal sources. 95% lamb and liver. The first few ingredients: lamb, lamb liver, lamb broth. Another excellent grain-free option for cats. Ingredients containing salmon, salmon broth, ocean fish, chicken liver, and fresh chicken. Stay tuned each week for another Pet Planet pet tip. There's more of the Animal Rescuers coming right up.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart, and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
Welcome everybody to A Dog's Tale Animal Rescue's first adoption event at Aztec Animal Hospital. We're going to be hosting these every Saturday from 11 to 4 p.m. We'll have around 10 to 20 different types of dogs, small and large, old and young, puppies, and everybody's looking for forever homes. And we're just really excited about the new partnership here with Dr. Flores and his staff and Aztec Animal Hospital. They take wonderful care of our animals. They support us immensely, and come out and visit us. Even if you can't bring home a pet today, you can come by and donate. We're in desperate need of dog food and other supplies, and we'll be here every Saturday. Once A Dog's Tale Animal Rescue saves a life from our county shelters or perhaps a possible stray or owner surrender animal, if we do not have a current foster home available, they sadly end up in a temporary boarding facility like you've seen here today. And although it's definitely a step up from death, it is not the ideal situation for an animal. It's a very small kennel. They're only let out 2 times a day for food and water and a little bit of exercise. When people think about how they can get involved in an animal rescue organization, it sounds like a very, very large job, when really it is quite small. All you need to do is open your heart and your home to one animal. A Dog's Tale Animal Rescue provides all the medical care, the food, all the support that you need. You just provide it love and shelter, and then it will find its forever home. So if you have room to foster today, please contact A Dog's Tale Animal Rescue at www.adogstale, that's T-A-L-E like a story.org.
This show is what we talk about every week, spay and neuter. Now it's your turn to do something about it. This is Kimberly reminding you, adopt, donate, volunteer, spay and neuter, and please share our show on Facebook, and you can be an animal rescuer too. We'll see you next time.
Director, don't make me come over there. No.
I'll punch him if you want me to.
Say, don't make me laugh now.
Grains, pollens, mold spores.
And that's Melissa Kimber, by the way, over there.
Melissa, say hi. Hi. The show is what we talk about every week. Now it's your time.